Sunday out there, everybody. This is Reverend John Jameson from the Pro Rock House of Worship, and I am here doing comedy confessions with the sinfully funny. Yes, the sinfully funny. And today I have Mr. Frantz Cayo. Frantz, how we doing today?
Well, besides this horrible sin that I'm carrying on my shoulders, John, I'm doing okay.
And so you're a comedian too, right? You're a comedian.
I am a comedian. I tell jokes.
Tell us about your jokes. Tell us about your comedy. What's it all about?
Well, I try to do smart political comedy, John, something that people can relate to and be able to say, hey, you know what? This guy has a point. And maybe give them a little bit of a twist on it so that they didn't see it coming.
So you want to humorize and educate all at the same time.
Exactly. You know,
there you go.
So it's, you know, I guess it's like edutainment.
Edutainment. I like that. That's a good term. Edutainment. Yeah. All right. So let's hear this sin. I'm curious to see what this sin is today. You know, it can't be too bad because you got your little one running around there in the background. So.
Oh yeah. Well, you know what, John? He's probably gonna have the same sin when he grows older. So I'll nip it in the bud, actually.
Keep it in the family. Okay.
I'm trying to make it so that he can also be resolved by you during this entire thing.
Okay.
The problem is, John, is that I'm a black man with no tribe. Too white for the black people, too black for the white people.
Wow. You're kind of stuck in purgatory.
Exactly. I'm just trying to get to one of the two heavens because I know they're not in the same place.
You don't think so? You don't think that you don't think that past this worldly mess that we're in right now, that there's not a unified
Have you not been to church, John? It's the most segregated time on the entire planet.
Oh, well, you know, hey, you know, that's what, you know. Yeah, but maybe we can fix that. Maybe that's how you resolve your sin. Maybe that's how you absolve yourself. You make the first combined church that actually works, you know, that gets going.
That could be it. That could be it. I mean, right now I've been I try to go to these almost like these classes to help me either be more black or more white. You know, those little training classes.
Yeah. I
went to these black training classes where, you know, they made me listen to rap music all day. I watched all the Tyler Perry movies.
I like Tyler Perry. Medea is one of my favorite people, man. Come on now. Oh.
John, you're universal. You're universal.
Oh, man.
John.
When she hit that dude with the frying pan one time, oh! I loved it.
I was watching Empire. I was watching all types of things. And even with all of that, I don't know, wasn't black enough. So then I said, well, let me do the opposite. I started watching Friends on HBO Max, all the seasons. I watched old Seinfeld. I was trying to get into just the crux of whiteness. Just wasn't working. So I guess maybe I will have to do that. Maybe I'll have to join that church that you're talking about, or start that church that you're talking about.
Yeah, we have to start that church, you know. We'll you know, like you gotta think about the Pro Rock House of Worship, right? We're non-denominational, right? We don't care about race, we don't care about religion, we don't care about, you know, nationality, we don't care about any of that stuff. It's all here to spread the good word of rock and roll. That's what we're spreading, you know.
Yeah, barbecues and picnics.
Oh, we love barbecue. Yeah, come on now. Ribs, chicken,
join,
sausages. Oh man, oh come on. Now you got me hungry. Hallelujah. So how are we gonna start this church, man? How are we gonna get you starting this church? You know, it's a little tough time too because you can't really get a whole lot of people together all at the same time right now either.
Well, you know, we'll do it virtually. I have one of the upgraded Zoom accounts, so we should be okay.
We'll do a virtual church, huh?
Virtual church. Have people come on board. Then, you know, if anyone's not adhering to our rules, we just mute them.
What are we gonna call this church? So we gotta think of a name for this church, right? We gotta get this church going.
We could call it the.
I could think of a million people we could get involved in this church. This would actually be a really cool project, man. We should do this. We should do this. We can't call this the Pro Rock House of Worship though, because you know,
That's already taken.
It's already taken, you know.
Right. So but, we could call it the everybody church.
The everybody church.
Everybody church. Everybody is allowed to come to this church and just be who they are.
I like that. The everybody church.
Everybody church. Who do you think we could get involved, John? You were saying you had a whole lot of people you could think.
I think we got a lot of celebrities we can get involved in this. On both sides of the color spectrum, or on all sides of the color spectrum, right? You know? I think so. On all sides of the religious spectrum.
I think so too, but what?
I was a little worried about the Scientologists. I don't know if they'll come. I don't know if some of them folks will come around. I don't know, you know.
Probably. Don't they think that they're gonna ascend into outer space, like to the planet?
Yeah.
I know their stuff as well.
Yeah.
I think that was a little bit.
I tried one time. I went into a Scientologist church place in New York City one time, and they tried to recruit me, but when I started talking about, you know, my Jesus and my religion and rock and roll, they kind of threw me out. Hallelujah! You called what you call the sin a sin, and it's really not a sin, right? It's not a sin. It's a misfortunate situation.
All right, but I feel bad about it because sometimes you choose. Like, I feel bad for the people who they feel like they make you choose whether or not you could be with one group or the other, and it's tough.
So that's it. That's how you're gonna absolve yourself, right? You're gonna start this everybody church, and you're gonna we're gonna come up with a slogan, right? We're gonna come up with a saying, right? Because like that's how we get people. We get it off of our chest, right? That's what we do here, right? So think of somebody that you like. Who's your favorite rock person, or who's your favorite hip hop, or
person is Axl Rose.
Axl Rose. Oh. I don't think he's got a song about everyday people, you know.
Are you gonna make me go to John Lennon? Is that? Could go there with you, John.
We could do it. We could do a Lennon, huh? But no, I think what you got to do is you got to go out in the street, right? You got to put on that mask. Don't forget to put on that mask, right?
I'll definitely wear my mask.
All right. You got to go out there in the street with the mask on, and you got to say, "I'm starting the everybody church, and everybody's welcome, and I refuse to choose. I refuse to choose." Can you do that?
To choose.
Yeah,
to choose.
But start the everyday church. Well, I'm starting the everyday church.
The everyday church for everybody.
And I refuse to choose.
And I refuse to choose.
So if you go find about 10 street corners and start that, you'll definitely be relieved of your feelings of whatever you're feeling about the sin that isn't a sin, and you will feel good. And we'll get this church going. We'll get the virtual church going.
All right. I love it. Thank you, John. I appreciate it. My spirit feels lifted already.
All right, Frantz, man. I'm so glad you came along. I'm so glad that we can maybe help the world a little in our process, you know, because the world needs a lot of help right now. It really does.
Absolutely. So, and I will definitely only play John Lennon and Marvin Gaye in the background.
No, you can play Axl Rose too. I like Axl, but you know, I just couldn't think of an Axl Rose. You know, every thorn and whatever other kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, that's not even Axl Rose. That's
I'm good. Yeah, I think you just did John Bon Jovi. Right?
I just did Poison, actually.
You do Poison. That is Poison.
Oh man.
All the hands.
So, all right, Frantz, man. Well, we appreciate you coming by today, and hope you feel better and get that church going. And let me know, because I'll start recruiting my friends.
I love it, John. Thank you.
All right. Good job.
Bye-bye.